PlayStation 4 collection. Let's go! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, boys and girls, grannies and aunts. Yeah, today we're going to look at my PlayStation 4 collection. We're going to do, I know I've done this video 12 months ago, so this video is as much for me as it is for you guys. I like to catalogue, if you like, or keep track of all my collections, so I'll do this update every single 12 months. So once one of my game collections gets to 12 months, once it hits the 12 months, I'm going to record another one because I'm buying games all the time. The funny thing is with the PlayStation 4, or not, the unique thing rather with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, I'm buying and trading games in all the time. So sometimes if I buy a newer game, like £30 plus, and I finish it, I must have liked it to finish the game. I'll trade it in while it's got a bit of value to it. And the plan is, I've probably done it a couple of times with the games I got here. The plan is to rebuy that game when it gets cheaper, if that makes sense. Alright. I've got just over, I think, 120 PlayStation 4 games. I'll give you a quick... They're all there, guys. They're all there. And you can probably see in the background my empty shelves. So I got my PlayStation 5, my massive PlayStation 5 collection. Now I'm keeping that small because, like I said, all the games I've got up there are too good to trade in. They've got a decent value. I won't get what I paid for them, but they're not going anywhere. Every single game up there is fantastic. Alright, so let's just make sure the camera is okay. That's not quite right, is it? It's not doing the old floppy thing now. There we go, got the camera sorted. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just not going to be in any particular order, alphabetical order or anything like that. I'm going to try and go as quickly as I can, or I'm not going to rush it, but I don't want to linger too long per game because I do want to keep my videos. I'm trying to keep my videos rather shorter videos rather than longer videos. Okay, I suppose for space saving then, I'll do my kind of collector's editions, if you like. So first one, again in no particular order, is my Amiga edition King of Fighters 15. Pre-ordered this game in games. I had this on launch day. Did come with a t-shirt as well. Yeah, so King of Fighters 15, awesome game, massive fan of that in this house. Next up is the Neo Geo, the shock box is it? The Samurai Showdown collection. It's also came in this big box as well. I need to find something. I want to display that. That's just on my windowsill, kind of out the way. So I nearly forgot to show that off. So I'll just stick in these up there. This is the Pix and Love King of Fighters 2002 Ultimate Match. It's one of my favourite games of all time. So again, we're not going to go into what's in these boxes, but that's an absolute boot, that is. King of Fighters 2000. This is the limited run games version of it, so slightly different case to the Pix and Love, but so happy to have that in collection. How good does Vanessa look? And Garou Mark of the Wolves. I've got that game. I think it's in there. Yeah, he's still sealed in there, okay, because I've got it on digital on the PlayStation Store. So they're all my big shock box collections. I want more. That's the only thing, you know, I want more. Okay, these are kind of, I suppose, alphabetical order. I just grabbed them off the shelf and put them down there. Okay, so Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. This is legit, guys. If you can see under there, it's a reversible cover. But I loved the fact that they went all out and done it so the Sega Master System box art is on there. I never owned a physical. This game was actually built into my Master System too. So I've got a lot of nostalgia with that game. As soon as they announced they were doing that, I picked it up straight away. What's it called? Agelos? I'm told, I haven't played this yet, I'm told this is kind of a tribute or love letter to the Wonder Boy series. I can't say much more because I haven't played it yet. Another one I haven't played, Attack on Titan, Wings of Freedom. I think I bought that in game, and they were doing 3 for 2, and I was just trying to mix and match. And since I bought that, that's gone up and up and up in value, you know. So it's getting quite collectible. Awesome game. I'm not really into my horror games, but I am a massive Alien fan. This is fantastic. It's full of jump scares. I got right to the end and it was too much because I was playing it in the dark with the headphones on. It was too much for me. It was too scary, let's say. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Favourite Assassin's Creed. Talked about this on the channel before. This is around about £10 now, so go get that game, guys, if you haven't already got it. Another good one, Assassin's Creed Origins. This is even more open world. Again, that's not an expensive game now, but the visually and the gameplay still holds up. There's hours of fun in those games. Another one I haven't got around to playing yet, Origami. Fun fact, Origami 2 was my first physical game I had for the PlayStation 5. I wasn't a fan of that. I did put about 15 hours into it, and apparently Origami 1 is much better than Origami 2 from what I can see and the videos I've watched on YouTube. Yeah, it is a lot better. I much prefer the look of that one. Battlefield 4. We've all played Battlefield 4, so what else can we say about that? Battlefield 5. One of the best looking games on, or best looking first person shooters, I should say, on the PlayStation 4. I wasn't that impressed with it, to be honest, but the only reason I've still got it is CEX will give me like £1 odd for it, so there's no point in trading that in because I won't get anything for it. Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. This is a fantastic game, even more so if you're a fan of the Berserk series. Oh, you probably can't see them there. I'm trying to keep it going as quick as I can. I collect the big books. Huge fan of Guts and Berserk. It'll appeal to you if you like your Samurai Warriors games or your Dynasty Warriors games. It's that kind of gameplay, you know. Brilliant game. This is getting harder and harder to find. So if you see it, buy it because it's over £50 now, and that's in CEX. So yeah, that's very collectible. That is. The next one is BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. This is the special edition. So obviously that's supposed to be in there, but for ease of access, I've got them both out. I love the BlazBlue games. I've also got, here we go. Chrono Phantasma Extend. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's a great game, but this is where it's at. If you're going to buy one BlazBlue game, I recommend this one because it's got Under Night In-Birth characters or uni characters. This is the one where you can play as a tank as well. The Blitz tank, I think it's called. Amazing game. Really good fun. Blade Strangers, indie fighting game. There's probably quite a few fighting games in my PS4 collection. This is, I don't know all the characters. My favourite character to play as, he's not even on the cover, is Shovel Knight. I think most people have heard of Shovel Knight or Isaac. Again, he's not on the cover, but there's some cool character. I don't know what games they're from. There's a little cutie little girl with a big, huge cat, oversized kitten kind of thing. It's really underrated game, that is. I don't think I've ever seen it in the wild. I had to order this, funnily enough, on Amazon, and it was 5 weeks it took to come. But when it did come, it was great, and they even put a little key ring thing in there. Yeah, so that's Blade Strangers. Another game you don't see in the wild is Blade Arcus EX. I think it's the Shining franchise RPGs. It's the main characters from that. I think she's, I'm playing this for ages. She's a new character just for this game. And you can see it's all in, I think it's Japanese or Korean, I'm not sure. But I bought this on, I found a seller in the UK, believe it or not, selling this. And it's Sega, yeah, Sega, it's at the top, normally down there, isn't it? Sega. Yeah, really good fighting game that is. The funny thing with this, as far as I could tell, arcade mode just keeps going and going. I was like, I'm sure I've beaten that character. It's like never ending. But yeah, really good. Hidden gem. Yeah, I'm saying it's hidden gem. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Awesome game. That game had quite a bit of hype in the gaming community, and I can safely say it lived up to the hype. Bulletstorm. Big fan of Bulletstorm. I probably do play this game every year for at least the last 4 years, either the PlayStation 3 version or the PlayStation 4 version. Yeah, big fan of that. I've even got down there, you can see I collect figures. I can't remember his name, but I got a figure of him. I was in a game shop one day and he was by the till. I was like, and I just finished one of my playthroughs of that game, so I was like, oh, I'm buying that as well. Borderlands 3. Very good game. My opinion though is it's not quite as good as Borderlands 2. Still a good game though, but Borderlands 2 is the jewel of the collection of the franchise in my opinion. But it's a little bit long-winded. I finished it once, enjoyed it. Some of the bosses are really, really good fun, but when I tried to play through it again, I couldn't get through it. But with Borderlands 2, I probably finished that 3 or 4 times. Yeah, so still definitely worth picking up. I don't think it's expensive at the moment. Oh, this one I've played a demo of this, but I haven't got around to playing it yet. Still sealed. Blue Reflection, Second Light. I believe this is the sequel. I have no idea what attracted me to this game. I just saw it, I think on Amazon on sale. Thought I've never seen that before. Watched a couple of YouTube videos and I thought, yeah, I'll pick that up, and it was in sale, and it's just gone more and more expensive. I will get round to playing it one day, but at the moment Street Fighter 6 is taking over my life. Okay, we've got a couple of the Call of Duty games. Call of Duty Ghosts, we've all played these. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty World War 2. My favourite out of them is Ghosts. I don't play online, so I miss the offline I am with those games, so I like the story in it, so sue me. Awesome game. This is the most excited game that came out last year for me, is the Capcom Fighting Collections. Look at all the games that's on there. Now, I was excited to get the Darkstalkers games. I wasn't even interested, or it passed me by. Cyberbots. That's a hidden gem. That is awesome. Same controls as, no surprises, the Darkstalkers or the Street Fighter games, but it's massive mech warriors, and some of the designs, character designs, are amazing. Awesome. Absolutely awesome collection that is. Contra Rogue Corps. I played this. I haven't played this. I played it the day I bought it. My friend came over, shout out Chris, and we did co-op. No, we didn't do co-op. I think we took it in turns. We had a go of it. It doesn't feel like a Contra game. I know they're trying something different, but it was alright, you know. That's why it's still in the collection. I don't know how much it's worth now. It's not a lot, I don't think, but I saw it cheap. Like, very cheap. I bought that in game. Just called in there. I think we called in to pre-order King of Fighters 15 maybe. Don't go in there often. I only go in there to pre-order stuff. And I came out with that and a couple of other games, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Crystar, that's another one I picked up in game. Now, this was at first I thought it was a kid's game, but it's a 12. But the story is very dark. You're kind of, from what I remember, you were not in heaven or hell. You're like in between kind of thing, and so you're dead and you're trying to find out, or the story slowly telling you what happened, and it's like, whoa, a little bit. It's out there, let's say. But yeah, I do recommend it. Again, that's why it's in the collection. I found it got a little bit repetitive though, with the combat and leveling up. I was like, oh, really? But it's one of those, I suppose, if you just switch your brain off and hack and slash your way, if that's your kind of game, yeah, I do recommend it. Cyberpunk 2077. Funny enough, I've traded the game in, but I went all out when this game first came out as one of those suckers, and it was terrible, wasn't it? It looked like an early PlayStation 3 game. That's my experience with it. And so it came with the game, the book, all the stuff, and this steelbook. So the plan is, I've traded it in. It's still buggy. I played it about 3 months ago. It's miles better than it was, but it wasn't for me. It was still buggy. I thought, really, this is AAA game now. So I traded it in, but I am hanging on to this because I will get it again. While I got an half decent price for it, I didn't get anywhere near what I paid for it. But when it goes down to £5 or less, if it ever gets that low, then I'll pick it up, and hopefully by then they would have fixed all silly bugs, you know. I didn't do this one. This is one of my big box games. This is the special DC edition. So it comes with like a pin badge and a magnet. The Justice League Blu-ray is in there. I haven't even opened that. But this is what I wanted. Injustice 2. And it's the Legendary edition. That's in the collection somewhere. And funny enough, Amazon was selling this at the same price as, it was something like £18 or £20. I don't know, it's something about it. Maybe because it's got Batman on the cover. I'm never a fan of Batman. I like the movies. I don't know what it is. He doesn't sell me. So I thought I'll have a go of it. And I tell you what, it was one of the best games I played that year. So do not sleep on that game. But if you're going to get it, get the Legendary edition. It's worth the extra couple of quid, because you get the extra characters. And I think they're on the disc as well. So if you're in CEX, like the Ninja Turtles, for example, I maxed them out straight away, level 30. I was addicted to that game. Okay, on to the next pile. Are we doing 15 minutes? I'll try and go a bit quicker. I haven't played this, Tokiden Kiwami. Can't really say much more about it. It's meant to be similar to Monster Hunter, and I was a time where I was trying to get into that franchise, and somebody said if you like Monster Hunter, then they recommend this, and I must have seen it for a decent price, so I grabbed it. Thief. This was one of the early releases on the PS4. I've had it since then. I like it. It's not as good as the Xbox Thief, and I think it came out on PC, but yeah, it's alright, you know. The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. This is the Game of the Year edition. Amazing game. I think I've beaten that 3 times. There's a lot of content in those games. Last of Us Part 2. Amazing game. Gameplay is really good fun. Story's very good. It's not as good as the first one, but you can't say, everyone says, oh, this is much better. The story's better with that, but the gameplay's better with that one. There's a lot more to do. That's a big game. People don't realise how big a game The Last of Us is. There we are, King of Fighters 15. It's obviously not in the box because ease of access, basically. I do play this quite a lot. Mind you, I haven't played it for a good couple of weeks, or months actually. King of Fighters 14, Steelbook Dish, baby. Anyone new to this? Tekken 7. I haven't played that for a long time. I've actually uninstalled it to free up space when I was installing Street Fighter 6 and Nier Automata. But honestly, no other fighting game is interesting me at the moment because I am addicted to Street Fighter 6. Terminator Resistance. Surprisingly, very good game. The soundtrack's my favourite. When I look at that, I think of the soundtrack. Whoever did the soundtrack, well done. It's the same music, but they've enhanced it slightly. It's a bit bassier, and it's really, really good. Check that game. Do not sleep on that game. It's very, very good. S&K Heroes, Heroine, sorry, Tag Team Frenzy. Okay, bear with me. I nearly bought the special edition of this as well. I remember when they're so excited for King of Fighters 15. This is my excuse. I was so excited for King of Fighters 15 to come out. Then there was a delay. They announced there was all the countdown. It was a really good launch, right? And then they delayed it. But I'd rather them delay it than launch a half-finished game, like Cyberpunk or something, because it can damage the brand. And I was like, I was so gutted. I was so in the mood. It was like a month notice that it wasn't coming out in a month kind of thing. I was like, no way. And I booked a week off and everything that week just to play King of Fighters 15. And to like scratch that S&K itch, I thought, go on, let's play this. But basically, a lot of like Terry Bogard's a female. A lot of the male characters, the stories out there, right, are female characters, big boobs and everything like that. But I'm glad I got it in the collection. Whatever. Shantae half genie hero. Shantae half genie hero Ultimate Edition. We saw that. I think I had that in CX actually. I think that's got an art book and all that shit in there. I like it. Soundtrack's really good, but I don't know if it's my tastes have changed and I struggle with a platformer. It doesn't hold my attention as much as it used to. I was a time when I was like teenager. Platformers were my favourite genre of all time. Shenmue 1 and 2. Gutted. I did start playing Shenmue 1. I 4 hours into it. Really good. It's mind-boggling to think this game came out on the Dreamcast. I always think of it on the Xbox, but no, it's originally a Dreamcast game. So they've done a very good job of that. I will go back to it though. That's why it's still in the collection. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. So this is cool. It's kind of it's in the book basically. I quite like that. It looks pretty cool on the shelf, Have played it, haven't finished it. Everyone heard of this? Skyrim? Now I've upgraded. I've got the digital Ultimate, all bells and whistles pack, But what a great game. Hours of fun there. I finished it once. But it's one of those games, I play it for 30 hours, then get sidetracked, then delete it, then play it for another 20 plus hours, then get sidetracked and delete it kind of thing. So, but it's a good game. It's a very, very good game. A new game to the collection, Shadow of War. I'm about 2 hours into it. I might have actually recently deleted it to free up space on my hard drive. But what I have played, I really do like. I forgot I had this. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. I like Shaq. He's one of the old school NBA players from the golden age of the NBA, if you ask me. So I got to support him. He needs money, doesn't he? You can tell he's a poor guy. So I thought I'd support him, but I haven't played it yet. Sniper Elite 3, very good game. I don't know. I think this is getting quite collectible. I never see it out in the wild. I think it even might have been a PS3 game, dare I say. But this was my perfect drinking game back in my drinking days, where it's because it's such slow pace and I used to take it so seriously. I'd hide in a bush, for example, for like 5 to 10 minutes and make sure I can see and learn the patterns of the Nazis and stuff like that. So very good game. And Sniper Elite 4, no, I played 4. Sniper Elite 5 is out now, isn't it? I have to go check that out. Sonic Mania Plus. Sonic, very good game actually, gotta be honest, if you got the Sonic itch. Then I've got Soul Calibur 4. Obviously that's the basic game. I've got all the DLCs, I paid for it all. And this used to talk when you open it, but the batteries run out, so I got the Steelbook on that. Okay, let's do another small pile. Bless. Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition. Oh, it's uninstalled. But I'm not going to play this while I still, we're in the honeymoon period of Street Fighter 6. So again, I needed that hard drive space. So I had to go. Street Fighter 30th anniversary. This is one of the best value for money game collections ever released in my opinion. I think it's 12 games on there. Yes, some of them are like there's 3 versions, the 3 versions of Street Fighter 3. All the versions of Street Fighter 2 are all on there, okay? And they're the arcade perfect ones, plus an art gallery in there. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I really like the look of the sequel to this. I played it. I didn't get bored. I got frustrated where the enemies were respawning. I was like, oh shit, I don't like stuff like that. But Star Wars, I'm not going to get rid of it. I am going to go back to this. Once I finish this, then I'm going to play the sequel. So it might not be that long till I play that. Star Wars Racer and Commando Combo. Recently finished that, and that's the reason I wanted it. That's surprisingly fun as well. Little bit glitchy though. I've got it on the Xbox as well. I didn't remember having any glitches that I experienced with this. I'm talking in the whole campaign 2 or 3 glitches, but it was flawless from what I remember on the Xbox. Wolfenstein New Order. This is the Occupied Edition. That is really good condition, isn't it? This is the version I bought. I bought this on release day. This was quite an early PlayStation 4 release, if I remember. I remember getting very excited about that. And it still holds up, but the sequel is even better, if you can believe that. Okay, 3 more piles to go, guys. I'm going as quickly as I can. Oh, I can't believe I haven't paid this. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. Or One Punch Man, a game nobody plays. Nobody's playing it. I think it's hardcore for the hardcore One Punch Man fans like me. I love One Punch Man. But it took me a while to find it for a decent price. As you can see, I paid $9.99 for it. And it's still, I haven't even opened it yet. So, I hope it's in there. Omen of Sorrow. Don't buy it. I think I paid $11.99 for it. Buy it for a $5. Visually, it looks really cool. I naively thought this was going to be like a HD graphics version, or like it'd play like Darkstalkers. Like if you look at all the characters, it looks very like the Darkstalkers kind of cast. But now it was just boring. But I don't know why I haven't traded it in. I think I might go back to it. Oh, this is good. Odin Sphere. Really good fun game. Like a hack and slash. It's your own unique art style and gameplay. Yeah, really good fun game that is. Nitro Blasters. Another fighting game. I think I played that on my series around the world with 80 fighter games. That was the first time I played it. Awesome Game Alerts. Ni no Kuni 2. Fantastic game. I think currently, as of filming this video, this is like £5 or £6 in CX. There's like 40 plus hours there of top quality content, right? If you like your JRPGs or you're interested in getting into the genre, that's a good place to start in my opinion. It's epic. MotoGP 17. Not really good at these games. I think I picked that up for a £5 somewhere, so I thought I'll take a punt. But it visually looks outstanding. It's got my boy Valentino Rossi there. They can't really put him there because he wasn't winning races then. If you didn't know, I'm a massive Valentino Rossi fan. Check out the tats. Even my dog is named after him. Mortal Kombat XL. Much better gameplay than Mortal Kombat 11. Sorry, I'm sweating. It's absolutely boiling. It's been filmed in the big heat wave we're having in the UK. I got Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. I bought I upgraded rather to the PlayStation 5 version. I traded the PS4 version in to get that version. I got like the Steelbook and the movies on there as well, I think. But anyway, that's my PS5. Yeah, really good fun game. Goro's in that one as well. Really happy to have this Mega Drive Classics. Now, this is the reason I'm not collecting for the Sega Mega Drive. It's one of the consoles I didn't own growing up. I went from Master System to Super Nintendo. I jumped ship, went to the dark side, as you could say. Because console wars was a big deal back in the 90s, wasn't it? But there's so many good games on there. I can't fault it. And if you wanted to collect half of the games, you're talking hundreds of pounds to collect half those games. So this is responsible for me not collecting for the Sega Mega Drive. I like this game, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm glad they didn't call it Marvel vs. Capcom 4. It doesn't deserve that title. but it gets a lot of hate. I paid just under £10 for it, and it's worth that. Trust me, it's worth that. A lot of people hate on the way it looks. I think it looks fine, plays fine, but it will make you want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3, because they are far superior games, okay? But it is worth a tenner, trust me. Killzone Shadowfall, that was the first game I had on the PlayStation 4. It's still impressive graphics now. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Well, talking earlier on about respawning enemies, this has got that as well. It does my head in. I haven't got around to playing this yet. Kingdom Come. Really, I got to be in the mood to play it. And I want to do it. Like, I'm on a week off now, but I'm smashing Street Fighter 6. So I don't want to get into it while I got too many other games, or I'm trying to spin too many plates. I think this is one of those games where you've got to, like, it's meant to be really realistic. And I'll never forget, somebody, I think on Amazon reviews, there's the top review is a guy says he's a history teacher and he's brought his PlayStation 4 to the class because it's so accurate and realistic. And I think, oh, that's such a compliment to the makers of this game. It is an 18, so it must be pretty gory. You know, it is a hard time to live, isn't it, the medieval times? So yeah, I am really looking forward to getting into that. I paid £4 or £5 for it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's just not now. Not now. I'm not going to play it now. Judgment, very similar. I have played it for a couple of hours just to see what it's all about. If you like Yakuza, you like these. It's a different take on it in the same universe. Iron Fury, almost a faultless game. It's made, I think it's like on an old game engine. I don't really understand all that, but it's a very retro looking game. It plays half like an old game and half like a modern first person shooter. Every button, everything's where it should be, let's say. And the only problem I've got, it'd almost be a 10 out of 10 game, is my save got corrupted, and it happened more than once, and I had to go back hours. It's very rare I do that. If that happens with an average game, I'll just go uninstall it, I'll play it again. But more than once, I went back, I lost a couple of hours gameplay, and I still stayed with this game. It's not the easiest game out there, but it's got really cool bosses, really hard bosses. Yeah, I do recommend that. That's Iron Fury. Oh, then we got Injustice 2. Again, it's not in the big case for ease of use. And Injustice, the first one. Only played that a couple of times, but this is my introduction to the Injustice series. It's excellent, absolutely brilliant game. Both of them are really, really good. I don't know how much they're going for now. Star Wars Battlefront. This had the wow factor visually. I love Star Wars, okay? I love everything about, well, the old Star Wars movies. Not going to talk about the newer ones. Yeah, it's worth, it was cheeky, £50 I think I paid for it when it first came out. For the lack of content, if you don't go online, is quite insulting. But there's quite a bit of content on there now, and you can pick that up, I think, for less than £5, I believe. Tomb Raider, or Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I need to go back to this. It's not as good as the first two of the reboot, okay? But there's still something there. I think I got stuck on a puzzle. The problem I've got, I buy stacks of games, and I thought, I'll play that because I was in the mood to play it. And then another game, I think, caught my attention. So when I was stuck on the puzzle, I played that for 3 or 4 hours. So I played another game, never went back to it. And then I was like, oh yeah, just delete that, I'll come back to it. But yeah, it's my fault why I haven't got through it. I should be more intelligent to figure out the puzzles. Sakura Wars, great game. I have no idea what genre this is. It's a really nice story game. You're in these mechs. It's faithful to the anime. I've got the anime as well, and I didn't know there was an anime because this uses the cutscenes from the anime. I was like, oh, there must be an anime then. And yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, I do recommend that game. Check it out. Samurai Warriors Spirit of Sananda. I forgot I even had this. Samurai Warriors Spirit. Okay, I've ordered Samurai Warriors 5. I'll do an unboxing of that when it arrives. yeah, so I think it's the same open, like, open stage, go wherever you want within limits, and there's like thousands of enemies. Awesome game alert, Samurai Showdown. This is a 9 out of 10 game for me. Harumaru and Nakaruru are my mains in that. It looks absolutely stunning, and I'm in love with the soundtracks. One of my favourite soundtracks. It's downstairs. I got the CD. I'm one of those CD collectors as well. Rustler is a medieval GTA game, I suppose, but it's the old school. If you grew up with the PlayStation like me, GTA used to be top down, so it's like that. It's okay. It's all right. I wouldn't pay 40 plus or £30 plus for it. I think it's under £10 now, so I took a punt on it. Yeah, it's all right, you know. I enjoyed this. Rage 2. I think I finished that twice. I really enjoyed the first one as well. The first one got a lot of hate, but my opinion of it, I was very late to the party playing that one, and that year I played it, which wasn't that long ago, 5 years ago maybe, the best game I played that year. So when I heard they'd done this game, I was on it straight away. I think it's quite a cheap game as well. Open world, it's got like Mad Max kind of vibe to it, if you like those movies, or the game. Yeah, very good game. Yeah, don't sleep on that one, that's my opinion, but it does get quite a bit of hate. Persona 5 Royal. I tried to play this twice, and it was twice with the you can't save, you got to find a save state kind of thing. It just gets on my nerves. But it is a lot of people's #1 game of all time. So I'm not trading it in because I know there's something there. I don't want to regret it. So that's there. I can't say much more because I haven't really played it much more. Prey, forgot I had it. Tried to play that. Did enjoy it. I can't remember why I stopped playing it. It's like the Dishonored games, very similar kind of gameplay to that. It's not an expensive game. Yeah, I do recommend that. Okinawa Rush. This is my jam. It's kind of a Ninja Gaiden, the old school Ninja Gaiden arcade kind of game, you know. Yes, stunning. I look at the graphics, they are awesome. Really good fun that is. Right, 2 piles left, guys, in this absolute boiling heat. Playing this now, Nier Automata. I think this is my first run sober. I think I might have done it drunk, so it's funny playing it because I'm having like these weird feelings and emotions. It's like, oh, because I think I was living in Cardiff when I played that, and yeah, it was under the influence, let's say. Gundam Versus, must have seen that for cheap. I've always had my eye on it, and I think it is technically a fighting game, so I'm all over this, and it's Gundam, so Gundam. Awesome game alert, Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2. Probably my favourite Guilty Gear game. It's far superior to Guilty Gear Strive, apart from visually, because the graphics on Strive were mwah. Had that launch day, but I wasn't playing it. I was playing this much more than Strive, so get it gone. Awesome game alert, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Brilliant game. Finished this game twice. I've got all the DLC. I waited for it to go on sale. I think that was my first game I finished this year, actually. And I think I was late to the party. I played it last year as well. And it was in my top 3 games of the year last year too. So, awesome game that is. Don't know if you've heard of this. Grand Theft Auto 5? There's 5 of them? What? Really good game. Was my favourite game of all time. It's still probably in my top 10, you know. Yeah, so everybody knows that. Ganryu 2. So this is a sequel to, believe it or not, a Neo Geo game. I can't remember. I think this is an Amazon. I know I bought it brand new. There's a manual in there, but this disc just feels mwah. Yeah, so I do recommend that. That's similar to Okinawa Rush, I suppose. Side-scrolling retro game, you know. One of the best looking games on the PS4, in my opinion. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. If you like your Blaze Blue games, this is right up your street. And it's got an RPG mode in there as well. Oh, I haven't played this either. Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. This is getting hard to find. In fact, I think I had to order this in. I've never seen it in the wild. I've never ever seen it. I have no idea if it's expensive or not. But yeah, I do like the movies as well. Really good game. Very late. Well, I had this when it first came out, Fallout 4. Bought this for like £1 because it was in a steelbook. Got back when I finished my last job because I kind of left on bad terms. What they did was a bit naughty, and because I was going to go back. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. So I needed to go away or on holiday. But when you're unemployed, you can't afford to go away or on holiday. So I put that on, and this is my holiday. Like for 4 or 5 hours every day, I was there. You know, a really good game. That helped my mental health. That did. Division 2. Amazing game. I paid £2 for that. I think I played that less than a year ago, and it's fantastic. It's far superior to the first one. The first one is great fun, but this one's set in Washington. The only thing with this game, I'm not interested at all in Washington. It just looks like, to me, you know, more power to you if you live there, you like it, great. It just looks like a boring city, but it was cool. It was a good gameplay, you know. Dragon Quest, what's this? 11. Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition. I think this is a reversible cover as well. Okay. I like the fact in this as well. You can go to the retro graphics, like Nintendo graphics even. Yeah, really good game. Didn't finish it, but I'm 30 odd hours into it. And it's still installed on my PS4. But my PS4 isn't linked up to anything at the moment. Dragon Quest Heroes, the first one. I probably put about 30 plus hours into that. I have finished that once, but there's a lot of grinding in this. You know, you just gotta do the stages over and over again, so you're powerful enough to take on the enemies and the giants. But I got so powerful, I might have even maxed out my level. You know, so the giants are like 5 or 6 hits. That's how powerful I got. So yeah, it must be something there if it kept me entertained that long. This is a rarer game. Disaster Report 4, Summer Memories. I got about, I don't even know how far into it I am. I'm a good couple of hours in. My brother found this for me. I give him a list of games, basically, if you can find them. He tracked it down for a decent price. You can argue it kind of feels like a PlayStation 3 game. It doesn't bother me, but it's still a good, fun game. It's a bit silly. It's got, I don't know, like a Western humour, or I don't know. But yeah, I do recommend it if you like those kind of games. Diablo, I think I paid £5 for that. I know I can get more trade in, or I could at the time, but I bought it sealed in Swansea Comic Con last year, and it was sealed, but the disc was loose. So the guy said, before you buy it, just so you know, it's so cheap because the disc is loose. So I took a punt. But it's a Blu-ray disc, and they're much better scratch resistant compared with DVD. And the disc there's no scratches on it at all, you know. But yeah, I did play it. I played through it once. That's an addictive game, actually. Devil May Cry 5. Brilliant game. It's the only Devil May Cry game I've ever finished, actually. Yeah, so I that was almost one of I think it was in my top 5 games of the year. I only played it last year. Yeah, really good game. Then I got the Devil May Cry HD collection. So it's got 1, 2, and 3. It's the special edition as well. I own those 3 games on the PS2 as well, but that's my go-to with those games. Dead or Alive 6, Dead or Alive 5 last round. Really good fun games. They kind of make me want to play Tekken if I'm being honest, but I don't think they're that expensive. So it's like a poor man's Tekken, I suppose. But yeah, I do recommend. No disrespect to the games. Dishonored 2, amazing game. Apart from those fucking dogs, you can't. As far as I could tell, those like ghost dog things, you can put them to sleep, but you can't actually kill them. And I've done like cruelty to animals in video games, right? But they're like already dead, and it's just a fucking bollock. So it put me off. But the first one is a masterpiece, you know. Doom, not very good at the game, but I really enjoy the game. Everyone knows Doom. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. There was a time where the Deus Ex games were my favourite games of all time. It's funny how your tastes change. I've played through that twice. I haven't played through it since I've been sober, so it's been a good 2, 3, or 4 years or wherever long. So yeah, I definitely need to go back to that. And this is dirt cheap. Almost insulting to how good a game this is. It's like less than £5. Very good game that is. And another game, I think I bought this on Amazon, Darksiders Genesis. But it's different to the other Darksiders games. All the negative reviews were basically, they must have saw, oh, new Darksiders, bought it. But it's more of a Diablo kind of game from what I can tell. I paid, it would have been less than £10. Just haven't got around to playing it yet. Okay, last pile. Are we doing time? 42, sorry, oh, nearly 43 minutes. I think I got another bit before as well. This is great fun. Velocity 2X Critical Mass Edition. It's a very good game, actually. Dare I say, hidden gem. It's got like a shmup and kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog gameplay, I suppose. It doesn't look like it, but you got to go as speed as your friend in this game. You want to go as fast as you can at like 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s. That, if you haven't heard of that, I bought this, it was like £6 or something. Oh yeah, I'll have a look at this. And trust me, it's great fun. That's kind of, I'm toying with the idea of getting into speedrunning. Not just for my own thing. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a world record holder. But a few people have said that's a good game if you like your speedrunning. Just so I can get a personal best and just another kind of thing I'm always toyed with the idea of getting into. Valkyria Revolution. Really enjoyed what I've played of it. But again, I got distracted. I had a look and it's like, yes, I like this game. I'm going to hang on to it and go back to it later. So I can't really say much more about that. Uncharted Lost Legacy. I bought this quite recently. I might actually play this week, come to think about it. I really enjoy the Uncharted games and I think this is a side. So I don't even know if Nathan Drake is in it. But yeah, they're two cool characters, aren't they? It's just like their own little story or whatever. I'm just going to put that there to remind me. I don't know how big it is, but yeah, what's it? 50 gig minimum. Wow. Uncharted 4, Thief's End, almost the perfect game, but that last guy you fight, I hate it when the games change the mechanics right at the end. But apart from that, amazing game, and this is dirt cheap now as well. Find that everywhere. Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. Don't know if it needed a remaster. Again, I must have saw that for a £5. I thought, yeah, I'll grab that. Good fun game, but you can probably get it 50p or £1 on the PS3 if you still got a PS3. Otherwise, yes, I do recommend picking that up. Awesome Games Alert. Uni or Under Night in Birth. I bought one of these on Amazon. Not a blind buy. I had my eye on it. And I just assumed it was quite an expensive game because it was quite a obscure fighting game, I suppose. And it was less than £10. I was like, buy, next day delivery, yes please, kind of thing. But yeah, these are really good games. Excellent games. I don't know about this year, I think last year they were still in Evo. So that's how good they are. If you like your, kind of like your BlazBlue games, your 2D anime fighters. Right, don't ask me. I've got 5 copies. I did have 6 copies of Tokyo Xanadu. I thought I was being clever. I bought to trade in. They're fucking American. So CEX, don't touch them, you know. What I've played of it so far, very good. I got to be honest. But I've got to be in the mood to play those kind of games. Yeah, I like the characters and stuff like that. It seems like a decent story there, you know. So I'm going to go back to it. Trials Rising Gold Edition. These games are a lot harder than they look. You've got to control the angles of your bike and the rider on there as well. I'm fine with the bike, but I'm getting used to the rider aspect of it. But I can see the appeal to those games. Apparently they're very addicting. Played it briefly. It might still be installed, just haven't gone back to it. But yeah, there's definitely unfinished business there. Transformers Devastation. Visually, it's really good. If you grew up with the 80s cartoon, get that game. I have no idea if it's collectible or not. I think I was around about the £15 to £20 mark I paid for it. The stages, it kind of gives you the impression it's open world, but technically it's not. Like when an enemy appears, the area you're in, like a big square, like seals off, so you can't really go anywhere. So it's kind of, it felt like, oh, that's a bit of a cheapskate kind of thing, but it is good fun, you know. And it's definitely recommended if you're a Transformers fan. Titanfall 2. This game is dirt cheap. This is one of the best first-person shooters. It is in my top 10 first-person shooters of all time. It's one of the best first-person shooters on the PlayStation 4 as well. Excellent game, really good story, and it does the wall running and the platforming. It does it right. At first I thought, oh, I really don't want to be doing that, because I normally like a first person shooter to stay in this lane, just be a first person shooter please. But then it's quite a lot of this wall running and platforming element to it, but they do it right. They really, trust me, they do it right. So give it time. It's an excellent campaign in that game, and it's not that's less than £5 I think. Yakuza Like a Dragon, I got the Steelbook Bambino. I'm not going to go into too much, but I put about 30 plus hours into it. Then I didn't like it for a bit, but thinking about it, I'm going to go back to it because the story is really good. It's really up there. All the Yakuza games have got a fantastic story, haven't they? So it's a bit sillier, I suppose, than Yakuza, the traditional Yakuza games. And it's turn-based as well. So don't think this is another Yakuza games. It is for the Yakuza fans, but this guy's favourite video game is Dragon Quest, so there's a big homage to Dragon Quest in there as well. So I do recommend it, but I haven't finished it. Speaking of Yakuza, I got Yakuza 0, Kiwami 2. Kiwami was the first one I played, the first Kiwami. Got that on digital. Okay, I got quite a lot of digital games as well. And Yakuza 6. I think I've played all these. I got a feeling, or maybe 0 I haven't played. I know one of them I haven't played. But people say, oh, you got to play them in order. Then they say, oh, you got to play Kiwami first. And but I played that and that. You can enjoy the story. It's probably better if you've done the full series. But I really enjoyed that one. I've enjoyed them all. Nearly there, guys. Nearly there. This is good. 13. This is the limited edition. The only reason I took a risk on this, look at that steelbook, took a risk on that, or gamble on this, is it had terrible reviews. And I think it's the first time it's ever happened in history where they do a company does a remaster or remake, and the original 13 outsold the remake. That's insane. But I played this without, it lets you play it while the update's installing, and what a mess. What a mess. You know that lifeguard, the way you, sometimes when she folds in a funny position, and it's like the music's gone. It was a shambles. Then I restarted it once the update had installed, and it's there. It's a very good game. But I do prefer the original. But yeah, I like that. That was like £5 or something on Amazon. It was insanely cheap, you know. Wipeout Amiga collection. It's quite a new game to the collection. Awesome game. I think it's down to £6 now. I paid £8. I was waiting for it to go down to £6, but I thought it's only £2. But like a couple of weeks after buying it, it's gone back down to to £6. Excellent game. Don't sleep on that. It's fantastic. Trust me. Wolfenstein 2. Amazing. It's even better than the New Order. This is called The New Colossus. Wacky story. Adolf Hitler is in there as well, believe it or not. So it's like Germany win the war kind of thing. And what, like, it's set in the 60s. Yeah, America 1961. Yeah, really good game. Really, really good game. If you like your gory, that stays in this lane. It's a first-person shooter, and that's what it does, and it delivers on that. And Warriors All-Stars. I had a ton of fun playing that, but apparently this is the worst in the Warriors series. It's got characters from other franchises in there as well, okay? Like Hayabusa is in there, he's my main. in this. But yeah, if this is the weakest game in the franchise, wow, I can't wait to get into the newer games, you know. There we go, guys. That was my PlayStation 4 collection. Wow, I don't know how long this video is, saying 52 minutes there, but my memory's a bit thing. I think I paused it, didn't I? Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments as well what games I'm missing. What should I be looking out for, you know? I sometimes think, oh, I'm done with the PS4. Then I'm finding all these new games, okay? And Samurai Warriors 5, I've ordered that, okay? So someone's going to say, oh, you need Samurai Warriors 5. I've kind of got it. It's due today or tomorrow, so soon. I found an absolute bargain on that. Yes, let me know what's missing. I like my fighting games, if you couldn't tell. Is there any games? I might have them on digital as well, though. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great week. Yeah, love you. Bye.